Hello and welcome to WJTS Inform. We continue with our Meet the Candidate series here on WJTS, and joining us in the studio is someone running on the Republican ticket unopposed in the primary election, but will have an opponent in the general election, and that is Bridgette Jarboe. Actually, Bridgette Jarboe Bartley, but on the ticket is Bridgette Jarboe. Bridgette is the current Dubois County Clerk of the Circuit Court, and she is running for re-election. Bridgette, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Bill.
Well, we've had you on numerous times talking about different things, but today we're going to find out about Bridgette Jarboe and why you're running. First of all, tell us who Bridgette Jarboe is.
Well, I am the 46-year-old daughter of Joan Jarboe and the late William R. Jarboe. I have 4 brothers, Bruce, Byron, Brent, Brady, and 4 wonderful sister-in-laws. I am the wife of Mike Bartley. Married for almost a year, and I have an 8-year-old daughter and 2 stepsons, Tyler and Jacob and Grace.
Okay, so you obviously are a busy person, but why would you run for re-election?
You know, I jumped into the clerk's office, meaning fortunately I was elected into the clerk's office, but I jumped into politics at a very young age with my dad and my mother. And the bug really bit me a few years ago, and then after the election and being put into office, I do enjoy working with the public. I've done it my whole life. It is a service, it is a continual service that we get to offer, and it is something I enjoy doing now and would love to continue to do.
Okay, now you've had several accomplishments. A lot of the voting procedures seem to have changed over the past 4 years. So what are some things that you think are major accomplishments for you while you were in office? And then what are some things that you think are going to come up in the next 4 years?
I want to continue with our talk and the discussion with the vote centers, looking at moving forward. It is an absolute wonderful way to save the taxpayers a lot of money during the election years. Keeping in mind we only have an election 2 times a year, 3 years in a row, then we take a year off. Also, we have added satellite voting, which is another way for people to vote outside of the courthouse during early voting or absentee voting. So we have made progress in making it easier and more attainable for people to vote.
And do you think much will change in the next 4 years?
Other than maybe vote centers, no, there won't be a lot of changes. We're not anticipating anything other than what the state would mandate with new laws. Okay. So, and I would like to continue. We're making vital changes within the office continually. Mm-hmm. The staff that we have assembled in there is fabulous. I don't have to be concerned when I'm out that things are not getting done. They take care of everything. The clerk side is mostly administrative, helping out in times with the files and things, but the clerk is basically the administrator of the office going through. So I'd like to continue moving forward, trying to get into some scanning of our RJOs or orders that have been handed down, making those public record and much more accessible.
Okay, this may be an odd question. You're the clerk of the circuit court, and I know you through voting in elections, but it's the circuit court. What really is the job of the clerk of the circuit court?
We are actually, the clerk's office takes care of all of the files that are handed down from both courts. We have a superior court and a circuit court. And our office takes care of all the files that come down. We handle them in one way or the other. We're file stamping anything that is brought in. It is kept in the file. The file is then kept downstairs in our records library. Public access files, the ones that people are able to go see. We also take care of all the elections. Mm-hmm. That is the primary goal, or that is the primary job of the clerk, because the clerk holds the job of secretary on the election board. We take care of all voter registration. The office takes care of marriage license, all traffic tickets and that are issued in the county of Dubois are paid through the Dubois County Clerk's office. So we do have one person dedicated just to traffic tickets for a part-time job 3 days a week. We also have our Superior Court deputy that handles most of the things that come out of the Superior Court. And then we all back up each other throughout the day and throughout the week.
Okay, now Bridgette, I'm going to give you an open microphone. If there's anything you'd like to tell the voters out there as we near the primary.
Running for re-election is, I'm reapplying for the job I applied for 4 years ago. The office has been great. You're only as good as the people you assemble to work with you. I know where my strengths are. I know where my weaknesses are, and my staff fills those voids for my weaknesses. The budgetary side of things, we've been able to stay under budget for the last 4 years. Going through this year, I don't see any issues. We've been able to save money. Part of my job, again, is administrative. Most of my job is administrative. And on that side, I've been able to put almost $100,000 back into the county general budget and $10,000 into a clerk's perpetuation fund. I want to continue those efforts and continue to streamline and make the clerk's office more accessible and continue the customer service that we're offering.
Bridgette, thank you very much for being our guest.
Thanks for having me.
We have had as our guest Bridgette Jarboe Bartley, on the ticket as Bridgette Jarboe. She is Republican running for the Dubois County Circuit Court. She is unopposed in the primary, but will have an opponent coming up in the general election in November. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. Remember to vote.